Hey everybody, it is the Honey Badger, and today I am coming to you from inside the paint booth. The truck has made it down here. We are pretty much prepped and ready to go on a few parts to get started. We've actually already begun work on the bed, where we've actually already sprayed our primer, which is helping us straighten out any little bits that need work and a little bit of sanding done on that. So the bed's actually pretty well prepped. And so is the tailgate, as it's now sprayed gray with primer as well. Same thing over here on the side of the bed too. So the bed will actually come back off the truck tomorrow, so we can get in between it so we can continue prepping. But the truck is in here. We are getting ready to go. We will prime the rest of the body, the front half. That'll get primed. We'll work out any dents and dings we need to over there that are small. Luckily, this truck is very straight for the age of it. And then we can, after get it all primed, make sure it's all straight, we can spray our color, and then we can spray our clear coat, and then we'll have some sanding and some buffing. But it is going to look incredibly clean once it is all said and done. This is already turning out nicely. You can see where we've had to flatten things out just a little bit in certain areas, but things are looking great. So, more progress coming soon. We will have, I'll probably throw some video of my buddy Austin, who's painting it, and maybe sanding. Maybe I'll throw on my camera and have him record a little bit so we can get some footage, because he knows this stuff a lot better than me. Maybe I'll get in here and spray a little bit once we get the actual paint spraying part done, or maybe something I can mess up the least amount, because if I can go ahead and have my buddy who's a painter do this well, I'm going to have him do it for me, because it'll just look that much better. But I'll have some more progress in this video with some painting and some disassembly and some reassembly. We'll see how everything starts to look as it all comes together. So now it's that time of the video where I get to just do voiceover work, because I have footage of some of the progress as things have been going along in the booth. So obviously you just saw the truck bed sides primed. This is actually some footage of my buddy Austin priming them. He's the painter that we use at work. So I have got him involved with this project. Big thanks to him. I'm gonna actually drop his Instagram account down below in the comments. He works on some pretty cool stuff and has painted some neat stuff with some very cool paint colors. So definitely check that out. He does great work, and I'm really excited that he's working on this truck for me. Or with me, I don't know. It's mostly him at this point doing most of the heavy lifting, because he's got the expertise. He knows what he's doing. So like I mentioned, we got the rear part of the truck is what we're working on first. And this thing's actually incredibly straight if you look at it. There's one big dent right there, as you can see, actually right on the corner, but the rear bumper comes over it and you don't really see it. So I'm not worried about that one. I wasn't gonna try to mess with that one too much. We actually got it a little bit straighter than it was, which may be hard to believe because it's pretty deep, but the rest of this truck is incredibly straight. And I'll go more into the details on what we're doing with that. But looking down some of these shots, you can see this thing is pretty darn clean and clear when it comes to body damage, dents, dings, issues like that. It was mostly a lot of that rust, which I had to work on getting all of that out. So we had a good surface to start painting. But yeah, so Austin's working on the truck. The rear is what we're starting with first. It's disconnected from the truck now and pulled away so we can prep, obviously, in between where the cab and the bed will meet up. But we do have the bed prepped. We do have the tailgate prepped. And actually at this point, which we'll see in a second, he's gonna be spraying some white. He's actually already started painting the rear, and that's actually covered at this point, so we can move on to the next half of the truck. And that's where I'd say we are right now. We are halfway through paint. We've hit some delays due to a few issues. He's got another job that he works full-time as a painter, so I can't just steal him to do this constantly. Kind of borrowing time, and you know, it's just what it is, so it's completely fine. I'm kind of at the mercy of his work, and then the work he actually does for us at my job. He helps us paint our computers, so when we're busy, I have him paint our computers and not my truck. So I'm getting the work we can do, but we've ran into other issues too, just with some little things. But for now, we do have the rear of the bed painted. He is doing the white, obviously, in this shot. We're actually spraying the color Arctic White. It's actually a GM color, but it's just a really clean, crisp white. It's gonna pop, and it's just gonna look really, I'm gonna use the word fresh when it comes out of the booth. I'm really excited for everybody to see it, because up in person it looks great. And you're gonna see as he paints, you're gonna see how straight the bed is on this truck, and how there's really no issues with the body. But at this point, we're halfway done, is what I'd say, with painting. Hopefully it'll speed up a little bit now. I think I see the end in sight a little bit too. We do have the front and rear windows taken out. I got my glass guy to come by and help me with that. He's been able to also source the pretty difficult to find gaskets for this vehicle too, and a new front windshield for me because mine's got chips, cracks, and scratches in it. So I think it's the original windshield. It's definitely beaten up 30 plus years into its life. So we're getting somewhere. And things are looking really good. I'm very excited. I was never expecting this paint job to be as good as I initially was even going after because of the wanting to prep this just to wrap it. But obviously plans changed a little bit when we learned we couldn't wrap over a terrible surface. So paint needed to get applied. So I'm really glad we're doing this in a really cost-effective way, honestly, and it's gonna just look really good too. And we get to control some things about what we're doing with our paint as I get to check in on it, and he's asking, you know, certain things, what I want to do, and certain things he wants to do because he wants to make sure that this is done really well. So things look great. I'm excited to get this thing back out on the road too and work on other projects like the interior, just other bits too. Here's some prep on the top. Since the back's done, we have that covered now, and we're doing the prep on the top, the rockers and the rear like cab back seat as well. So that's where we're at now. Things are coming along. I know people have asked where has the pickup been. It is still in the booth. It's taking a little bit of time, but we'll get it done soon. Things are coming along really well. Make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.